we're going to be playing one that I have not played in a while. If you are a longtime viewer, you'll remember it was a Mechanics Monday stream. We're going to return to that and have patience. Now, naturally, I am a combo player at heart, and if you go, well, you play Prison. Yeah, we combo out turn 1 Blood Moons and turn 1 Rabble Masters. So I'm a combo player at heart. Modern, I originally got into through Scapeshift, Rug Scapeshift specifically, casting them cryptic commands and remands. The reason I did that over Pod, which was the list I was looking at, so that gives you an idea of the 2 decks I was looking at, or rather, I was between Pod and a different deck. Shall not be named. But between those 2 decks, we were trying to decide what it is that we would get into Modern. A Reddit user was selling an entire Rug Scapeshift deck. I thought the fish looked pretty cool, and we started there. Now, we played this to ad nauseum, not ever playing ad nauseum, until at one point we finally found ourselves on Free Win Red. From there, we would play that numerous times until we did find eventually Pyro Prison, rekindling our interest in Red Prison and playing that for the last 2 years. However, there were 3 people at my LGS that played this list. Slightly different because some of the cards were still banned at the time. But they played this list a ton. And it really irked me. So much so that many of them played it incorrectly. Now, we are no master at this. No, we are not. However, tonight, our soul will be guided. We'll be chanting through the bells. Needles will be done, and we will shred people's minds. We are playing Lantern Control. Happy Monday, everyone. We're going to be playing a prison-like deck, trying to lock our opponents out of the game. Hopefully you guys enjoy this list. It'll be a very interesting list. It's been revamped and updated. It is a more recent-ish 5.0 as well, something that we were always bringing in with our Mechanics Monday lists as best as we could. Mechanics Monday was a theory on playing other decks to get in breadth and knowledge of the meta, and Lantern Control at the time was very prevalent. I don't see a lot of artifact removal currently in the meta, and so I'd like to play a extremely artifact-based deck. Now, Mox Opal has been banned from the meta since this became popular, and we did get the unbanning of the Thopter Sword combo. We've had Emry added, and we've got good old-fashioned Whir of Invention, which brought this deck to its forefront once this was printed, along with Mox Opal. Sideboard is sideboard. We're going to definitely be playing this, though. It is going to be cool. It also goes along with our lock emote. I know there is a way to get that aggro emote for some of you fine folks. Some of you have figured it out. Some have not. Urza? Whir of Invention. Did I say Urza? It's fine. Great intro requires great missteps. So, one way to build this I was kind of interested in doing is an Ancient Stirring style build into green, having then Abrupt Decays and so on and so forth. However, I kind of like the Unmoored Ego with our hyper combo list out there. I think Emry is a great enabler. I'm happy to see a bridge because that is one thing we miss in the red-white lockout list. Engineered Explosives is always kind of interesting, and Whir of Invention is our toolbox. A little bit of Karn love there. We're going to go ahead and get this one going, though, for the evening. This one's going to probably take a long time to get through the 1 league. And so with that, let's go start playing some Magic. We're back on bridge. The really cool thing about this is that I have found I am able to play 2 excellent games and win both of them, going extremely long if necessary. Now, interestingly enough, we don't have to go the full mill plan here. We can simply just Thopter Sword them out as well, which is an excellent thing to do while keeping the top of their library in check. We'll see how this plays out. We also have Black Scapeshift as an idea in the future. Brewing idea. We're playing bridge now in one of his lists. I believe it. I fully believe it. For the red white lauk. Mr. Zarukai, thank you so much for the resub, or just a subscription, Prime subscription, and Widen MTG, thank you for the follow. I did not miss those. All right. We've been blessed with an excellent hand here. We'll go ahead and keep. We get to play Bobble as well. This will be an interesting little shenanigans here. Check the top of my opponent's library and do stuff like that. All right. I'm thinking that I would like to get down the Lantern, but I also want to take this Inquisition. Zale, 26 months, and the resub. Thank you so much. By the way, our opponent has the only avatar I would switch off of for Birds of Paradise. However, we never found said thing. All right, what do we have here? We have a Remand. We have a Delver. We have a Brazen Borrower. Some Archmage Charms. What's interesting to me is that they actually don't have another land currently. But I don't want the Remand to be a thing that they could play. I think I take the Remand here. Brazen Borrow is a little bit annoying, but bouncing any of our super cheap things here is fine. I almost wish I would have checked the top of their library first now. Sequencing is a little out of order here. Can this Delver beat me down? It probably can. I probably have to just play around the Remand here. So we'll take the Delver. If they get their land drop here, so be it. I'll just crack this now. It's a Remand off the top. So they're going to draw into a Remand, and then we're going to control the top of their library. Nice. Maybe we can keep them off of ever drawing another land. Gonna go ahead and get this island down. Lantern of Insight. Let's take a look at the top library card. It is a, come here, a Cryptic Command. Oh! Play a Codex Shredder right behind this. We're in great spot. We'll allow the draw to happen. Look at that land. Guess it's gonna go bye-bye. Uh-oh, another land. Let's see if we can keep them off lands. Keeping people off lands is extremely hard to do. I kind of like that Thopter. Let's go ahead and mill them again. Ah, an Opt. Opt is a dangerous card. I think I'm going to have to let them draw that Opt. Maybe we can get lucky here. Top deck that Opt. Oh, look, there's a land. We're gonna get rid of that land when they cast the Opt. Goodbye. Oh, you can have Force of Negation or something else. Bottoms and draws the Lightning Bolt. A shame, my opponent. A shame. They're done with us. They're done. Ah. Alright. Mystical Disputes come in. I could probably collect a Brutality. Potentially. Fatal Pushes might be necessary as well. Let's see here. Bridge is okay. I think Thopter Foundry combo. I think we like a lot of what we're doing here. This Soul Guide is probably not as good. I can probably drop a Pithy Needle. Probably can drop a Sword. That would be like 2 Mysticals and maybe 1 Collective Brutality. Engineer Explosives could kill a lot of things. It's probably worth it. 1 and 2 is not a bad spot to be at. Let's go with these 3 out and these 3 in. I know I'm getting rid of the Pithy Needle. I just don't expect them to be playing too many walkers here. Too many. It was good to have Lantern and 2 Codex Shredders. It gave us a lot of power there. Gave us a lot of power. They kept a real sketchy hand, too. This time they're going to keep some more lands. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I really wish I could have gotten the Eye Kite. I opened so many treasure chests looking for this little dude. Never happened. Never happened. Alright, I'm going to keep this because I actually have both of my disputes in here. I can check the hand, check the top of the library if I'd like to. We don't have any lantern effects, but I can control what my opponent's doing a little bit better this game. There's the Delver. They're almost out of cards anyway. I don't recall if I have a basic in there anywhere. A basic swamp. Alright, so we have a Remand, and a Lightning Bolt. I'm going to go ahead and steal the Lightning Bolt, because we can deal with both Remands. Let's take a peek at what they're drawing. A Delver. A Delver. We get a Whir. We're in good shape here. Alright. Bonus Delver. Land. 2 Remands in hand. We should be able to land just about anything we want. Scariest thing here is these flipping, but I can get a bridge to stop those from doing nasty things to us. Let's go ahead and take one of the Remands here. They did have Blood Moon, so I would like to keep that in check with extra islands. Pass the turn. We're not going to slam bridge into the Remand. Not immediately. Does not flip. What's going on? Trying to Lantern control people out of the game. Another Delver. Let's go ahead. You know what? I don't need to counter this. We don't need to. Let's go ahead and get another island here before Blood Moon shows up. Bridge down, they have Remand in hand. They could hit me for 9, which is terrifying, and maybe that is a reason to have dumped the Mystical Dispute there. What format are we playing? Lantern Control. Where's the Zorza? Land drop. They have a Remand. Okay. So this is kind of cool here. So we're gonna go ahead and Thopter. They're going to go to counter. I could attempt to double counter here. If I were to double counter here, would that be smart? It won't matter because they can't flip right now. We'll single counter. And we'll leave a counter up. We'll also leave Thopter up. Not that I plan to use Thopter. Not that I plan to. Let's yield to Delvers. I did not put the deck. They revealed the Flooded Strand. I could get a Bobble here for an extra draw. I don't think I want to. We could get something better with this Whir. There's a Lantern. Let's take a look at the top of the libraries. Ceremonious Rejection and a Thoughtseize for me. Question is, what does the deck have in it? I can go get something on 2 here for the sword and then go to town on my opponent. They'll have Ceremonious Rejection. I can't quite counter that. But I could go get the sword right now. So let's go get the sword right now. Cancel. 1, 2. X is 2. Hey, thank you for the follow. If people want, I can go get the list and put it up. Where's my sword? And we have a bauble on top. Completely fine. Cool. All right, so it looks like they're going to hit me for about 3 more, and we should be good from here on out. They are going to go ahead and fetch. They get an island on top. Delvers don't flip. Islands revealed. We should be good here. So this is kind of nice with the combo here with the Thopter and the sword. Definitely gives us the opportunity to go somewhere amazing with that. Sweet. We got there. All right. First one down. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Here's the list. If you would like, I'll go ahead and get it up on TCG for us, because I imagine more people will want it. So give me one moment while I do that. There's the downloads. It was this deck. We can say okay. How's everyone's Monday going, by the way? Hopefully it's going well. Submit a deck. In case people want to pick up cards. Modern, Lantern, Control, Sword. That seems good enough. Seems good enough. Nightbot. This is what happens when you don't come prepared, everyone. Thank you so much for the follow, Caden. Nightbot. Hopefully your evening is going well. Bitly. Nightbot. Login. We're doing everything. Creating this real quick for you fine folks. Modern Lantern Control. Fluffy Lantern Control. Sword. Save. Copy. Twitch. Authorize. Where I kind of find this deck list is not on those 4. I am putting it up right now. And I'm going to get rid of Rotting Royals for the moment. But thank you for clicking all of those. It is now the bottom one on that list. We are good. We are ready. Let's continue playing Magic. There you go. Bottom one. Done. Deck submitted. Match 1 done. Match 2 coming up. Feeling pretty good. Had one sequencing issue at the beginning there. We're going to make sure we sequence properly. How bad is Lantern Control without Mox? Just want a solid 2-0 against some sort of tempo Blue Moon deck. I'd say it's just fine. All Mox is doing is giving you the opportunity to get a hold of the game probably about a turn earlier. By having the Inquisitions and Thought Seizes and being more blue, you're probably in a better spot. And you have to remember that this one is not just strictly doing Lantern Control. It's got the combo of Sword and Urza and all that. So, hey, Stickball Russ, throwing us the host. Thank you so much, my friend. Perfect example. We could Lantern immediately, or I can Inquisition here. Oh boy. We might go ahead and just Lantern, because Inquisition's not going to do a whole lot here. This is going to be a tough one. So if I Lantern, I can double Codex Shredder and hope that their hand has nothing Tron related. We can check that in a little bit. We'll get to see at least what they're drawing. They're drawing a map. It did work. What's up, Stickball Russ? Somehow you have 27 months and Zale has 26, but Zale was here several days before. Oh, my opponent doesn't have another land. Well then. Oh, there it is. All right, never mind. Tron's going to be a bit of a harder one for us to deal with here. Mainly because if they have something in hand, keeping their hand checked here is going to be hard. Going to be a little bit hard. Don't let the computer fool you. I'm your second oldest subscriber behind Zale. It's been wonky since they added the, you could have consecutive months, and it's like they missed Zale's first one or something. I'd like to slam a Codex Shredder here, please. They're going to pop this now? Sure, I'll get to see the top of the library. Now I can decide if I'd like to Inquisition instead. There's a Sylvan Scrying. You know what? I might just Inquisition just to see what else they've got going on. Just so I have full information here. Shouldn't have to worry about the top of their library this coming turn. We have nothing relevant. Excellent. So they have a forest, they have an expedition map, they have a sanctum. They have Sylvan Scryings. I mean, they've got it all. They've got it all. We'll just take, I guess, a map here. It all does kind of the same stuff. Alright. Only card I will not have in the side here is the Sylvan Scrying. I'll let them draw that. Sphere is a little bit annoying, but I can let them draw that as well. Lantern directly into the base of Tron. Unlucky. So that was the draw, the Sylvan Scrying. They played the forest. They have a blast zone. Blast zone's going to be a little bit rough here. Blast zone's going to be a little bit rough. I almost have to hit my like Pithing Needle. I have this Academy runes. I think I'll just draw the Tarn here. Draw the Tarn off the Bobble trigger. I have a Thoughtseize as well. Okay. What's this deck all about? All kinds of things. Let's go ahead and get another card here. I'm going to play the Soul Guide Lantern down. This will allow me to exile something here. This will allow me to draw an extra card deep here. I'm going to hold these two because it allows me to recapture what's going on here with the top of my opponent's library. Telling my opponent they're lucky today. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to draw this Bobble here. I do draw it. Nice. Throw it out on 0. They have the Sphere in hand. I could steal the Sphere here. I don't need to grab any of these artifacts. Let's go ahead and steal the sphere here so they have less draws. I don't care about all their lands. We just have to keep them off of particular lands. And when we lose the lantern here, I can always check the top of whatever they're going to draw with star, because Bobble will still be here. Alright. So we're going to grab this sphere. Less draws for our opponent. We're going to hold both of these so that I don't have to use Academy Runes to grab things back too frantically. I can always put this in the graveyard. Alright. Ancient Stirrings is kind of bad. That one might be worth a shuffle away. If they go for it. So use Blast Zone here. Let's go ahead and mill them one and mill me one. Or no, this is just target player. So Ancient Stirrings out of here. Power Plant's fine to see. We'll go ahead and sack to draw. Grab our sword here. So they're going to draw a power plant, it looks like. I'm aware I can't respond to the sphere. Would be fine. Like, I could totally respond to this, by the way. Alright, so they're going to draw that Urza's land. I'm going to go ahead and check the top again, and that'll determine what I put into play here. Sylvan Scrying. Allow this to resolve. We're up on time, by the way, which is really good. Alright, we're going to take a peek here so we know it's a sphere. I'm going to draw an extra card this turn. I'll probably put Lantern and Codex Shredder because of sphere here. A land here wouldn't be bad. I could put Sword, Codex, and Lantern in. Inquisition's not bad either. Let's go ahead and start with a Lantern. So we have a Pithy Needle, and they have a sphere coming. I can play a Codex Shredder. And we're going to go ahead and Inquisition them to take their sphere. Oh no, they don't have sphere. They have these cards. Alright. I'm not going to mill over this because this is still a dangerous card here. That's a dangerous card. That's a dangerous one. Here. I'll go ahead and just use it. Another star here. How far do they want to dig here? We can always use Karn here. We're going to replay this. It's frustrating here because the Karn I can deal with here. I think I'm supposed to just let this go. Let them pick the Karn up here. Ooh, Relic's kind of dangerous. So I'm going to get one shot at grabbing something from my yard here. They get Karn for a turn, which is fine because they don't have Sanctum into play, so they don't get anything extra with this. They gotta get rid of our Codex Shredder. It's kind of interesting. Instead of my Lantern. I'm going to keep my Lantern here for now. I get to play Pithy Needle plus put something on top, and they just have a relic here. So I get to name Karn and try to keep them off of what they're doing. It's gonna be tight here. Uncle DB, what's up? How you doing? Pithy Needle. Naming Karn. Liberated. If I had 2 of these, I could name the relic too. Karn liberated. What is a little bit tough here is if there's something really nice under this relic, they can go grab it. There's not. Lucky for us. Lucky for us. Definitely going to go grab my next Codex Shredder here. Grab the Codex Shredder, put it on top. Got our Codex Shredder again. They might feel tempted to pop it now. I don't know why they would maybe do it now. If they give me the chance to untap here, I could go get something else as well. Which is probably the one reason to go ahead and do it now. Just exile an Inquisition, that's fine. We'll play our Codex Shredder here. I think I'm going to leave the Academy runes up in case I want to grab, say, a Lantern here. But I'm probably going to mill myself. So I have a land. I'm going to definitely mill myself here. Need to find some more action. Alright, we don't care about their hand. It's lands right now. They're going to make me exile another Inquisition. That's fine. Go ahead and mill us. Polluted Delta to the bin. Emry looks nice. I'll take an Emry. Alright, let's slam an Emry here. We mill a few things. Got another Lantern down there. Sword. I'm going to leave Academy runes back up here. My opponent's going to grab a Forest. Now, they're not completely locked out, but they're not super threat dense here, so that maybe we can keep them off of something important. Just lands here, just lands. Nothing too frightening. Exile land. Sanctum. We're going to mill ourselves again. We have a sword in hand. They do know about the combo, for sure. I'll take a Codex Shredder. That looks like a great card. Let's go ahead and attempt to get the Bauble out of the yard. And we do get it out of the yard. Nice. Alright. We're in a great spot. Now we just need to stay ahead on the game. A Dismember is frustrating, but not game-breaking. I don't necessarily need to go after their library just yet. If we can find a combo piece, that would be much better to be playing than just taking care of a random Dismember. We'll exile a Scalding Dart. We'll go after our library again, looking for a combo piece. I don't mind a land. That is a reshuffle for us. We could attack them. I think I'm not going to. We're going to just recast our Bauble. Or attempt to. We get to. Alright. Just put this like here and here because this is all that matters. This is all that matters right here. Dismembers Emry. That is totally fine. We don't need the Thoughtseize, so we'll use the Polluted Delta first here to reshuffle our library. Again, controlling our top of our library, we have Karn in check. We have one relic to beat at some point. Again, I'm not too worried about this relic at the moment. It is not worrisome. Alright, Polluted Delta cracked here. I can get a... Oh, I was going to say Watery Grave, but I'll just get a basic Swamp. Inventor's Fair is actually a nice one to grab. We'll go ahead and use Bobble here. Draw the Inventor's Fair plus something else. Emry's not a bad card to have drawn. So if I do this, I can still play Inventor's Fair here. Gonna mill over some cards. Looking fine here. Alright, so the plan here is to do Inventor's Fair. I don't care about Bridge. There's a relic. When I do the Inventor's Fair, I can go get a Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle will stop the relic, and then I can start attacking my opponent probably. Maybe. We'll see. We are tapped out, so this means they could fire us off without the Academy of Ruins doing much here. Let's see here. I thought I had another Pithing Needle. There it is. And a bell on top is excellent for us. We will play our bell. We can now begin attacking, by the way. We're in a great spot. 3 mill effects. Their deck, again, is not very threat dense here. Blast Zone is something to be very aware of. We have a lot of artifacts on 1. I'm trying to get the bell out before we do this whole relic thing. We're going to get to relic in a moment. That'll be the next card. We're up 4 minutes on our opponent as well. Their library, our library, the stack. They're deciding whether they want this relic or not. The answer is no. They don't want that card. And I don't want anything in my library, so I'm not going to fire off the Academy Runes. This is probably a great turn to get potentially Sword of the Meek down. The other thing that you can potentially do with your Tron opponents is if they don't have Tron mana, you can actually sometimes keep them off of a card that searches for it and allow them to hit all their big threats. That one's a little bit more dangerous to do, but we have done that before. I would say at this point, my opponent should probably just scoop it up and we should be going to game 2. Our opponent's gone. They don't exist. Dark Shade Mage. Hey, thank you for the Twitch Prime. For 8 months. Like many of others, you get these sweet emotes. Use them. Hopefully they come in handy. They're asking me if I'm okay. Bell's on the stack here. All right, we get to name Relic of Progenitus. Sweet. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start attacking here. Time for Emry to get fancy. They burned about 2 minutes. This is where, in a normal paper magic arena of things, I would tell you, please be mindful of the clock. But if you feel like you've got a lock hold somehow to come back, certainly attempt to do that. We do not care about the relics. They are checked. We're 15 turns away from winning. Probably might just hook up Emry here. Just hook it up. You can draw that mine. And we won't perform any actions until we see something threatening, because we can definitely win this game through attacks. Less probability of them having 4 or so threats altogether. And I don't particularly want that. But yeah, we are way ahead on time. It's a good place for Lantern players to be ahead on time. Oh no, it was going to be our opponent's first 5-0. Our opponent is 4-0. Not good for our opponent. They're telling me they'll get theirs soon. Oh, I didn't hook this up because I'm having a good chat with our little friendly opponent over there. I'm just going to pass this on to my opponent so I can get the Thopter down. Ooh, Oblivion Stone is a little bit of a problem. We have to take care of that. We'll be doing that on their turn, obviously, here. Nope. Sylvan Scrying's worrisome enough in case they have another Blast Zone. Ugin's a problem. Ulamog's a problem as well. We'll re-pick up our Thopter here. We'll draw an extra card as well. Go ahead and mill them again. I need that Ulamog off. And Star's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. Put a Thopter out here. Now we can get going. Alright, we just need Star not to hit anything too crazy here. Worm Coil. That's actually beatable here. We'll just allow them to draw Worm Coil. Totally fine. They're giving me all the GGs and everything. I'm guessing they're just going to give me the entire match here. I don't know if they realize we're on game 1. But yeah, we got the whole match. Got the whole match. They'll try to find us another time, they said, for their 5-0 in the future. Stokes was our opponent. Great fine lady or gentleman there. It's always nice to have a good conversation with your opponent when you're playing Lantern Control. It is the most social deck out of all the decks. You have plenty of time to chit-chat. Let's play first. All right, well, we have Thopter Foundry. We don't have any interaction, perhaps. We have a Pixis. Whoa.
Hey Fluffy, here's some bits for the Pop-Tart Toilet Paper Koshi Tushy Fund. Bo Chica wow wow.
Oh, what do we want to do here? I kind of want to try this. Let's go ahead and keep this. Let's keep this. Pixis plus Mishra's Bobble. Who needs to know what's on top of my opponent's deck here? We can get a good idea right here. Snow-covered forest. We're gonna see an astrolabe, probably. Probably an astrolabe. Search for tomorrow. Oh boy. In that case, mill. We'll never know what we just milled, and they'll never know what we milled. The great unknown. The great unknown. We'll get a Thopter down here. Let's mill again. Unknown cards going to the bin. Uncle DB, thank you for those 500 bits. We were eating some Pop-Tarts earlier. All right, we're milling these random cards. And we almost have the combo here too, so that's why we're gonna go for this pretty hard here. Explorers. Let's go ahead and just activate the Whir here while we have the opportunity. We can put it on 2, no counters are up. We'll go get the combo piece. And we're looking okay. We'll be able to make 4 this turn and get back up to 20. I want to be a little mindful of our life total here. It appears we are against a Scapeshift player. Bring the light Scapeshift player. Hopefully no main deck fracturing guest. BTL. BTL for 5. Or for 4. For 4, not 5. Interesting choices. Don't have mass artifact removal, please. Don't have mass artifact removal main deck, please. Don't do it to me. We have no idea what was stolen. We took 2 cards. Those are R2, but... Oh! Destroy target lands. Destroys a watery grave here. Means this comes into play tapped. Rude. Well, maybe we... Doesn't come into play tapped. That's good for us. Let's go ahead and mill random cards. It does appear to be like a Ponza Shift card. I think to try to not die too quickly here, we're going to leave the Thopter Sword combo going here. We're going to do that, and we're going to just do that instead of getting a Ghoul Colors Bell down. We've been randomly getting a few cards, and what's interesting is it could matter. It could. It may not, but it could. Uh-oh. What is this? Scapeshift. We can allow this to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they have Scapeshift followed by another Scapeshift, we're in a bit of problems here. So this all happens, goes on the stack. We're going to do Sword of the Meek. We're going to go to 19. They're going to hit me with 18 damage. We're going to go to 1. Follow-up Scapeshift will be a problem for us. Follow-up. A follow-up Amulet. Or it's not Amulet. A Titan would be a problem too. They have 3 mana here. What it could be also is just a Search for Tomorrow or something like that. Hit me for 18. I go ahead and gain 3. And then they play a Search for Tomorrow. And they have it. So, which is probably the more likely here. But we're going to make this all happen. Sacrifice. Go ahead and yield. Yes. This gives us the practice as well. We need a little bit of practice. Always yes. Definitely need potentially some counters. F6 through the turn, going to 1. They have a search for tomorrow. Secure Tribe Elder will do it. All right. We have to beat a Panza shifting type of opponent here. Thopter Foundry is definitely a combo we want to be doing. We'll see what we can do otherwise. All right. Collective Brutality can come in this matchup. Torp Orb's probably okay. Cage is okay. Mystical Dispute and Unmoored Ego are okay as well. What's not? Soul Guide Lantern can come out here. I can probably take 1 Inquisition, 1 Engineered Explosives here, 1 Bridge. We still have our combo, and we do want to hit our combo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me take another Thoughtseize out. Sorry, not Thoughtseize. Let's take an Inquisition out and take another Collective Brutality. I really want to try to get these disputes in here. Cage is useless. What? What? That's right, because Bring the Light doesn't do this nasty stuff. Torp Orb is too. What? No, it's not. I need a car Bring to Light. I need to double check this. Comes from Exile. Let's read this. All right, Damping Sphere instead. It's either Damping or some of these Mystical Disputes. Mysticals are probably okay. Welding Jar wouldn't be a bad one of in the deck either. Pithy Needles don't do a whole lot here. Welding, double Mystical, take the Damping out. We really don't cast a whole lot, multiple turns. All right, we're going to go with this. I kind of like the idea of the Damping Sphere as an option to shut off Bring to Light for a turn. It's kind of a nice card that can do that. But I think what we have will be fine. Would I like to play first? Yes. Double draw plus an Emry here. I think we can go ahead and keep this and try to get all the pieces we need very rapidly here. We're gonna go for trying to get all the pieces really fast here. Cool. All right, we have the sword in the bin here. Really, I could just take the natural draw here and then, well, we're not quite at Whir, I guess. We can do this. We'll plan to draw double here. So they do have Escape Shift now in hand. Draw an extra card. Extra Emry here. Lands. Let's go ahead and put Bobble back on top here. Let's go ahead and mill ourselves again, try and hit that extra piece. Just keep whichever one we want. We hit our Unmoored Ego down there. Not ideal. All right. The Swamp's actually an awkward one to have drawn here. But I think with Emry and the Lanterns here, we can maybe prevent some weird escape shifts in the future. We'll just see what they're going to draw. They may not draw it. Steam Vents. Gives me an extra draw here. All right, so we have the combo here. Let's get a lantern here. We'll play lantern down. See what's on the top naturally. My opponent can see what's on the top too. We have a Codex Shredder coming. We'll go ahead and put down our Thopter. And now we're in a great spot here. We have the welding jar protecting. We know what's coming. We can draw an extra card here too. And then the Thopter will hopefully get us out of range here. They're going to pick up a Steam Vents after the search trigger here. They might set me back a land again. They have 5 here. Depends on what they have. Setting me back a land would be really annoying. Bloodbraid. Into an Explore. Gets that Valakut. This is getting... Care for Shatterstorm? Yep. Another search for tomorrow. Opponent's just like, here, let me dump everything. We know about the Cinderglade. Okay. Bobble Trigger, gonna get this Codex Shredder plus something else. Collective Brutality is kind of an interesting one. Let's go ahead and do 2 modes here. Let's kill the creature and take something. And we're going to discard probably just the Whir here, because I can now play the Codex Shredder. Keep things in check. I could also do the bridge, but I'm good with taking some stuff here. Oh, they have 2 creatures. Okay. They have the Dryad as well. Well, that's frustrating. Play a Codex Shredder down. They don't have any land, per se. Let's pick up another Codex Shredder. This Dryad's a bit of a problem. I'm gonna pick up a Bobble. I need to draw some more cards here. Alright, so they're gonna play probably the Dryad down here. That way the Valakut's turned on. There's a Scape Shift coming soon. Plays Dryad. Plays the Cinderglade. Kills Emry. Fine by me. Plays Bloodbraid. We're just going to let this cascade. It skips the Scape Shift here. They play another Dryad down. They have a Field of the Dead showing up here. Alright, we're going to mill ourselves here. I think. We need to find something better than a Bobble. Alright, can we keep them off lands in some capacity here? At the same time, I don't necessarily need to worry about the lands, because I have a reasonable amount of lands here. There's a Whir. Don't really want to mill them here. I think I'm just going to have to naturally take some damage this turn. Small Teferi ruins so much of the Bring the Light Madness. Search for Tomorrow going off. Get a land. I have a Valakut coming. I don't want a Valakut to hit me. I need a Witchbane orb. Another Thopter Foundry. That's not the worst card here. Double Valakut triggers here. They have a Steam Vents coming. There's a lot of cards that ruin me here. Do I have anything for this Whir to hit? Answer looks like no. So I guess let's go ahead and go over their land. Euro is kind of a pain. We can put the Thopter down. I guess this isn't a land. It means a land has to be underneath it. It's probably a land underneath it, right? There's a search for tomorrow. They draw that, and they do 6 to me. I don't think we win this. On the off chance that the top card's not a land. On the off chance. All right, they didn't slam it. It's not a land. Like a Blood Braid's awful. Escape Shift's pretty awful too. Escape Shift's pretty awful. I know the sword's in the graveyard. We're not going to gain that much life. We're not going to gain that much life. They're going to do... They sacrifice, what, 3? They're going to do a ton of damage. We needed to not go over the Unmoored Ego and be able to play the Valakut out. Then the bridge would lock them out pretty easily, potentially, with the Welding Jar. All right, our opponent got us. They got us. Well, we weren't expecting to run into this. All's fair. Continuing on. What is that? 3 matches in the books, 2 to go. See where we can place here with our Lantern control list. Our sword has to be gaining us like 10 a turn to keep up with the potential damage from a deck like that. My right hand. More high. Mr. Rob. Hi-ho. What you trying to say, Uncle DB? Alright, we have an Inquisition, we have a Ghoul Callers. Just don't have the Lantern, but we have the Emry to help find that. I think we're good here. Mr. Hank. The Christmas poo? What? Hanky? Let's get going. We're gonna look a little bit like, well, Grixis Death Shadow, but they thought sees us. Are they gonna protect their own hand here? Perhaps, perhaps. Oh, Dryad from our last game. All right, Thoughtseize, what do you want to take here? What do you want to take? Inquisition protect him, Emry as the enabler, Bridge as the thing that blocks your Grixis Death Shadow or creatures. The decision is yours. Opts to protect their hand. Good choice. Ooh. That's not a bad one. That's for sure. Definitely not a bad one. I'm going to go ahead and get the Lantern down. Lantern down, keep things in check. Fatal Push on top for our opponent. Not a scary card. We should have played Bobble, but we're going to hold it because we're a champion. It won't matter too much, I don't think. It won't matter too much. Gives them an incentive to take this card for who knows what reason. Nice. All right. Well, we'll play our land down. We're going to play a Codex Shredder. Bobble. I could play an Emry here. Kind of want to draw this card, though. So we'll play the Bell down instead of the Emry. I'm okay with them having a Baron more, I suppose. I don't think I'm going to keep them off of enough lands. We'll try to keep them off of Matter spells. Appears they are Jund. I could keep them off of green. It's kind of an interesting idea. You know what? Let's attempt to keep them off green here. That'll be very hard to do, but I like a challenge. A challenge is always welcomed. Never mind, they have green. Seems silly to try to keep them off green now. Lily? What are you doing here, Lily? We discard a card. I'm going to discard the bridge, I think. The Emry enables way more things here, and we can always get back that bridge from the Emry. I guess they do have a Fatal Push, but they'll need something that sacrifices. Let's go after their hand. Or their top of the library. Oh, Ren and 6 is annoying. Let's get rid of Ren and 6. I'll just skip on this land for now. I can also kill this, I suppose. Alright, we'll pick up our Pixis here, play our Emry, see what's going to the bin. Oh, I want this. Oh well. I want this. If we would have used Bobble, we would have drawn it. But we didn't. I wonder if it would be possible to keep them off of 4 mana. Seems like a gutsy thing to try to do. Seems pretty gutsy. They have a Baron more. I suppose it wouldn't happen. Mills cards. There's a sword. I'll let the Black Cleave Cliffs show up here for my opponents. They do get a Baron more, I guess. Thoughtseize is pretty useless at the moment. So we can wait until end of step to figure out if we want to deal with this Liliana in another way. We're going to go to discard. Looks like I'm going to be using Bobble here, probably. Lightning bolts. Okay. I don't care about the Thoughtseize so much. Do I want this sword? Answer's probably no. Do I want to land? Answer's probably no as well. Well, a land lets a Whir be good off the top. We'll go digging after this Bobble activation. The land also lets me play a lot of things to avoid Liliana here. Interesting card on the top of the library. It's interesting because I have an Emry in hand now. Play Emry, keep this in check. They have a Baron more. They're drawing a Bloodstain. No, they don't have a Baron more. Alright. We'll play Emry here. It's going to send the the Thopter to the yard. It looks like I got both to the yard, which is not very good. We'll allow them to draw their land. Manok. Yeah, Lantern control. We controlling folks. Or we're trying to. Assassin's Trophy is okay. It would take care of my Lantern here. If they don't take care of Emry here, Emry could hit Liliana. Bloodstain Mire. I don't care about this, our Soul Guide Lantern. What is this? Oh, is this a Bloodbraid Elf as their last card? It's probably because it's not very good against type or aggro lists. Let's go ahead and mill over to see if I can get something a little more interesting for Bloodbraid Elf to hit. What do I have now? I have an Inquisition. Let's go ahead and exile. Burning Catacombs. I'm trying to hit something that's a little more... Alright, Scavenging News I can actually sort of deal with. We'll allow that to land because it only has one chance here to hit a Thopter. It will keep Emry here in check, which is a bit of a shame, I suppose. Alright, we'll go to our turn. So we have a Scavenging News and a Bloodbraid Elf. We have a land drawing for my opponent, so I can actually at least Codex Shredder myself here. They can eat one thing if they would like to. They'll hit us for 3, and Liliana's a little ways away from being a threat. On our upkeep, we're going to go ahead and Codex Shredder ourselves. I'll take the extra Codex Shredder here. It gives me more targets for theirs. I do have an option to maybe get this back if I can get up to 5 mana, although that seems unlikely at this current junction. I presume we're going to eat that bridge. We could hit another Whir. Eats an Emry instead. Trying to just make Scavenging News large enough to kill us, it looks like. Each player discards. Tarmogoyf's a little bit frightening. I don't need this land. Eats. Hits me for 7. I almost don't care that they pick up this Tarmogoyf. So I need like back-to-back Whirs here. What are we doing with 2 mana here? Like I said, that Tarmogoyf doesn't matter. I've got to hit a Whir, so I've got to have the Codex Shredders hit me here. Alright, Pixis. Sword of the Meek does not do it. Lantern does not do it. Thoughtseize does not do it either. fix this. Bridge will. Alright. Bridge down. Alright. Piece 1 accomplished. I need a Whir for Liliana. And then somehow I have to get a Thopter Foundry back. Which is going to be hard. Alright, I don't care about anything they're drawing here. They have 3 green. 4 green. We're going to go after ourselves again, I think. Looking for a Whir, I think. Another Codex Shredder. I'm going to pick this up because I could potentially mill them out at this point. The Pithing Needle is an excellent top deck here. So we can go after them after this Fatal Push is drawn. And then try to control them. I have 26 cards. I think we're good. We need to play a little bit faster, I think. Renin 6 is worth a mill. They have Fatal Push in hand. No Renin 6 for you. No big whammy underneath. No big whammy. Bloodstained Mire, that's perfectly fine. Go for it. Another Liliana, that's fine too. Each player discards. Alright, to save time, we'll F6 through because the Pithing Needle is what I want to draw here. Pithing Needle, naming Liliana of the Veil. And we should be good. Kentronic, thank you for the resub. Liliana of the Veil will allow them to draw a Liliana of the Veil, and we should be good from here. Will not stop on my turn. Ooh, that's a card I want to get rid of. You love seeing decks like this? Well, good. I'm glad. Glad you're enjoying it. Opponent has conceded. We've got them pretty much locked out here. Basically, we're going to control the top of their library. We got there by milling ourselves out, finding our bridge just in time. All right. Welding jars need to come in here. A couple Fatal Pushes aren't too bad either. Wonder if I bring in one Tezzeret. Maybe go down an Emry in that case. Go down an Emry, a Lantern. I think we need to keep both Pithing Needles at this point. We can probably go down the Thopter Foundry combo just very slightly here. And maybe, I don't know, maybe one Thoughtseize. I'm going to be on the draw. This makes sense. This helps me find more Pithing Needles. They'll have Assassin's Trophies for it. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Maybe I should just stick to these. But then Assassin's Trophy takes care of those too. I think I want the Tezzeret just as an alternate option here. Welding jars are to protect all of our artifacts. Yeah. All of their removal is going to be targeted at Emry anyway. This should be good. It's a kind of a win condition. Kind of a win condition. How you doing, Kentronic? Appreciate the sub. 20 months. A lot of you are at almost 2 years. It's crazy. Been streaming for a while now. For a little bit and a half. I do like having full knowledge of what's going on. That's definitely why I like playing Lantern Control. Maybe every few months I like to play it. It would not be a list that I particularly enjoy always playing. Always playing would be a little bit tough. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this. I get to Thoughtseize them. I don't get any insights at the top of their library. However, I do have a Whir here. I can Thoughtseize them as the first thing off of a Watery Grave, unless they take this Thoughtseize. And they don't. Cool. Pithing Needle's not a bad one here to have top decked. Let's go ahead and Thoughtseize and see what's up. Bolt Croxa, Assassin's Trophy, Huntmaster. Wow. I think I take Assassin's Trophy here, get to play Codex plus Pithing Needle next turn. They're going to play a Croxa out. I just get rid of, like, Whir, which is dangerous. But I don't really want to be milling them. I'm setting up to do Tezzeret here and kill them faster. Can I beat a Huntmaster? Maybe I just let them Croxa this away and then I play these two things and maybe the Assassin's Trophy one to help me with Tezzeret. I'm going to take a Huntmaster. I'm not worried about the Assassin's Trophy. Maybe we can bait it out this coming turn. We'll see if we can get it here. They're going to play Croxa here. I'm going to get rid of Whir. We're gonna hope. Hope and dream. Because I only have one Tez. I have many Whirs. Codex Shredder, we don't plan to activate this. Pithing Needle, we're going to just name Liliana the Veil. There we go. Pass the turn. Appreciate the stream getting better comment, Kentronic. It is good to hear. Good to hear. Swamp. Trophy Bolt unknown cards. Don't Thoughtseize me. Just Inquisition me. Just Inquisition. They might fire some things off to get this Croxa going. Which I wouldn't blame them. No actions from our opponent. In that case, let's play a bridge pass turn. That might get their attention. Maybe I can get them to fire off at this bridge. The bridge does stop Tezzeret's attacking creatures, but I need them to dump this the trophy at some point here. And they want to fill the yard for Croxa here. Killing bridge lets them get through here. Trying real hard to bait this out. Come on, come on. Assassin's Bolt. Fill this up. Get that fetch land. Get close. You can do it. They're paying costs. Yes. Oh, they took care of my Pithing Needle. Whatever. Fine. Fine. Get rid of the Pithing Needle. Kept my bridge around. This means Croxa doesn't hurt us, which, it's alright. Liliana. Each player discards a card. We'll get rid of our Polluted Delta, obviously. I'm not going to go ahead and mill because that Croxa is a dangerous card here. Play Tez. An uptick. I will take... Ooh, Lantern of Insight is tempting here. They have Bolt Unknown card. Alright, I'm going to take the Lantern of Insight. I'm just going to hope they don't top deck a land here. Especially one that gets Crocs online. And then maybe we can overwhelm them. I can pitch the Inquisition to the Liliana. We need a Pithing Needle or some way to get the Pithing Needle out of the yard. Uh-oh, they found it. Alright, they have enough. Didn't see any Croxes initially, so our lanterns are in the bin. Croxa is 5. It'll be coming soon, though. Oh, they had an Inquisition. They can take my lantern. They don't take my lantern. It's interesting. We're going to go ahead and exile, or get rid of a card here. Just gives me one more deeper here. They already have enough for Croxa. I need to play lantern and somehow get this Liliana checked at some point. Got rid of a Tarmogoyf as their last card. And this is Bolt used. Whatever. Let's go looking for a card. Find a lantern. I will take it. Lantern into play. Renin 6 is a problem. That's not as much of a problem. Alright, so we have Tez here. Oh gosh, Hazard's a problem. Oh gosh. Go away, Hazard. We discard. We're going to probably have to go after ourselves here. But I'll probably have to get rid of this Hazard. What are we doing? Floating mana. I can't have a Hazard in play, can I? Probably can. Oh, they're going to just play Croxa. That's totally fine. Alright, this gets me an opportunity to go after my own hand here, looking for Pithing Needle or Whir. We have a lot of looks to it. Engineered Explosives does not do it. Unfortunately, I almost need to mill their Hazard as well. Whir will do it. Let's go after them. Getting rid of Hazard. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the top. See if I just naturally find the Pithing Needle. I do not. We can put this into our hand. It's fine. So I just need this for one. Grab a Pithing Needle here. I should have another Pithing Needle. Name Liliana of the Veil. Alright, they have a free turn, essentially. They get to draw this Verdant Catacombs and then whatever underneath it with the Peatland. I need them to miss. If they don't miss, I might have to fire off the Lantern of Insight here. Spin the wheel on them missing again. Ooh, K-Command's really bad. I have to spin the wheel. Pretty sure I have to spin the wheel here. Can't let them take the K command. The K command kills us here. 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the discard is 12. We need it to be a random card. I can go digging for my lantern again as needed. Thopter is also safe currently. Alright, we don't need to stop on my upkeep at the moment. Let's go ahead and look. Lantern? Another bridge is not terrible. We're going to safely put the extra bridge into place so we don't randomly die here. Gonna pass turn, no real reason to be Codex shredding. We'll take another random draw. Unknown cards. We can pitch Sword of the Meek if they were to get rid of my Pithing Needle. Wrenn in 6 is pretty good for them. Just picks up Beatland. I presume. Can play that and draw a card. We will mill 2 here at their end step because now we can start going after everything. Scariest thing is maybe milling over another Croxa. Oh, all right, they're gonna get our Thopter here. We're very close to Tez being just a kill as well. We need to keep that in mind. Holy crap. Our opponent knows what's up. It's a Boil. Academy Ruins is excellent here. Let's look. All right. So we have a sword here. We have Thopter Foundry. I didn't find a lantern, but we can have some chump blockers here. We're looking pretty okay. Opponent gives up. So we can make chump blockers. We can now use Tez. Tez is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus all of the other artifacts, I believe. So we would be in great shape and probably have them dead next turn. Got it 2-0 against our Jund opponent. We're currently 3-1, only losing out to that Scape Shift list where we didn't really have an answer for Dryad. I appreciate our opponents conceding in a timely fashion. It is appreciated. All right, we have Emry's sword. We have a way to check, and we have a way to protect ourselves. We're going to go ahead and keep this hand. No, excuse me, no lantern. Let's stay Mire fetched. Stomping Ground. Uh-oh. Shriekhorn. I see, opponent. Alright, I'm still gonna Inquisition. It's dangerous, but I'm gonna go for it. And I will take the other Shriekhorn here. Alright, they've got some interesting stuff here, that's for sure. Dredge it is. We have the soul lantern. Creeping Jill over here, having milled it off Shriekhorn. No extra real land here. Kind of makes it interesting. Narcomoeba. I assume they're going to actually play this into play. Wooded Foothills. Oh yeah, they drew. They drew naturally. Naturally, they drew. Are we going to just play a Golgari Thug here? We might. We are. They have an Ox coming. Nice. It's a pretty good card. Double Inquisition, not really what I want. Let's play a sword. You sense we're in danger? Never. Never are we in danger. We're so screwed. We're so screwed. Shriekhorn, activation, Ox here. Ox needs how many? 8? 5. No dredging effects. We're going to get hit for 4, go to 9, it appears. Top decked a Cathartic Reunion, pinching Stinkweed, and that's looking pretty good for them now. We're pretty dead here. Chill is in our future. I think we can concede safely here. I don't believe any top deck will matter because they're going to come through for 4, and then 5 next turn. Any chill off the top wins. Our top deck is Sword, and then a Thopter. Yeah, that's probably not good enough. All right, need another Lantern here in cage. I don't see a problem with an Unmoored Ego here. And Tezzeret might be a good one to just gain life. Like these 5. I don't particularly like these Inquisitions or Thoughtseizes. I mean, I think it's almost like just take those out. Maybe even bring in some removal. Maybe just bring the Torpor in just as like a stop prized amalgam. We really need cage or these lanterns. I can't imagine I really want much else here. I don't... Welding jar, it could be worth it. I'm not going to play it, but it could be because they'll bring in stuff to kill what we've got going on here. This hand looks like it sucks. You guys think welding jar was a need? Maybe. Maybe. This Whir is kind of a tempting one here. We could keep this and attempt to Whir for the Grafdigger's Cage. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. It's not great. I almost want a Pithy Needle Shriekhorn here. Blind. Blind Shriekhorn here. It's maybe the scariest thing for them to start with for me, while it gives me a little bit of time to get to this Whir. Bloodstained Mire. Doesn't do anything with it. Sanctuary, let's put a Lantern in just to see what's going on at the top. We do have Whir mana now, which is good. I can get a Grafdigger's Cage. Narcomoeba on top. My land is an okay thing to have here. Stomping Ground shocks it in. We're going to see something that takes care of one of these. Not going to see anything. Just shocks it in and goes, nope, not interested. Seems suspicious. Play Codex first, don't give them info. Nah. Not activating Codex. Cathartic here. Blood gas to the bin. A couple Narcomoebas, a couple of Creeping Chills. I was going to say, they're holding anyway here. They're going to hold and try to get that Nature's Claim they have on something that's a little more relevant. little bit frustrating here. I think I almost need like a cage off the top versus going and getting it with Whir. But, you know, it's not going to happen. I do wonder if I should Whir later or now. Bloodstain, Meyer. A fetch land's kind of dangerous here. We're going to go ahead and Whir in response to something being done here. Maybe get a little bit lucky. Let them discard a guard and then draw a card. And draw the Thug. Draw the Stinkweed instead. Leyline of the Void. Prize Amalgam. So in response to this trigger, we're going to go ahead and try to go get something here. We'll go try to go get a Grafdigger's Cage. They may be able to kill it. Cage in play. Bloodghast will not come back unless they kill the cage right here. Okay. I'll take it. Ox cannot be played either right now. Extra Lantern, not really what I want. Okay. I'm tempted to just go ahead and mill the Cathartic Reunion here. Stinkweed. They have something for Cage? They do. They have a claim. Alright, so they can play this Ox. Mills the Thug. With a claim. We'd have to somehow get this Grafdigger's Cage. Maybe I can find another Whir here. Gonna be oxen. Gonna be oxen. Alright, we'll yield to our turn here. I don't think this matchup's a good one for Lantern. I'm not playing this very well either. Creeping Chill, Narcomoebas. I need to somehow, right here, right now, have a Whir or a Bridge that stops them enough turns that I can mill them out the last 10, 15 cards they'll have. So we're going to have to Codex Shredder ourselves here, just to get us one more deeper than the Lantern. We're going to draw 2 off the top. Thopter's not it. Emry's not it either. Because I could have spun the wheel. Spinning the wheel is probably better. Let's see what Emry hits here. We do hit a Sword of the Meek. Since the releasing of Creeping Chill. couple blood gas come back here too. I didn't see those in the yard. So the Emry could get the cage back, but that's not what we care about. I can block 2 things here and then have the Thopter doing its thing. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. So I block here, I block this, I take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh boy. Taking a lot. And we're not dead yet. Get rid of our pithy needle. Sword comes back. Gotta block the biggest things anyway. Blockity block. On our upkeep, we'll go ahead and get rid of the bobble. Try to find a land or a bridge. Land or bridge. We have 3 creeping chills down, so they only have 1 more left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Life from the loams. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go to 1, it looks like. They're trying to hit their creeping chill right here. They whiff on it. Oh, Blast Zone on 1's really powerful. Alright, let's mill ourselves. Don't want this bobble. I get a Scalding Tarn. I do not want Scalding Tarn. Let's go ahead and do all these actions right now. It looks like I'm going to be left at 1. Not to mention that they could try to do the creeping chill. All that nastiness. Alright, so I'm at 6. I believe this puts me to dead if I crack the Scalding Tarn based on math. I'll block here, block there. Oh, there's a creeping chill. There's a creeping chill. I'm gonna turn off the auto yields because if they like do some sort of weird dredge 2, maybe I can like hide it. They actually don't want to draw the creeping chill. It's the last thing they want to draw. Calm flags for 6. Alright. That works too. Crack Tarn, get another life. We potentially could. Them have calm flag for 6 was enough anyway. 3-2, not too bad. Bringing the lantern back out for a little bit of a run. Whew. Not bad. Here's the list. You can do exclamation deck to get the list. It'll be the bottom list there. Not a bad run. Pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and play 1 or 2 Q games to wrap up the night. 1 or 2 Q games here. Wasn't going to be a super long night. Need my rest. I've been getting really bad sleep the last few nights. But I want to get a few more matches in. 1 or 2. What are you talking about? Alright, Steam Vents for our opponent. Leading with the Serum Visions. Alright, we don't need this stop. island. We'll lead with the Codex Shredder. I'm gonna go ahead and mill them too. Pass turn. Oh no! Storm! Ah! Hey! That's not good. Sleight of hand. Serum visions. Oh, this doesn't look too good. A Whir is nice to see, though. A Whir is nice to see. Let's go ahead and Watery Grave here. Let's not be dumb about this. Put a Thopter Foundry into play. Let's mill them for 1 and pass turn. So I could Whir for a I don't have Cage main, but I do have those lanterns. I do have those lanterns. Whoops. I have these lanterns here. Interesting. I'm gonna leave everything up here. Maybe Whir in response. I don't need to draw a card. I need a Whir in response to something. Whirring in response to Baral is probably not a bad time to do it. I believe Lantern is 1. So I can leave Codex Shredder up. I'll just get rid of a Ritual. That seems fine right now. Alright, they have Baral. Doing Baral things. Let's go ahead and mill another card here. Another Ritual. Okay. I can put the Whir back on top, which is nice. Let's go ahead and attempt a Thoughtseize for starters. Let's take something nasty here. Remand? Totally fine. They just don't know that I have another Watery Grave here. I am going to go ahead and go after this. I want to take something nasty here. So Past in Flames, a Gifts Ungiven. Let's grab the gifts. Here I can play Emry out. I can play this Pithy Needle, which I can name... Seems good. Let's go ahead and mill them an extra card here just in case. We have the Soul Guide Lantern here just in case we need that. I can use the Whir in the following 2 turns here to get enough going in the graveyard so that I can then start pressuring my opponent. My opponent does need a little bit of extra lands to do too much. It's looking okay. Manamorphose. Making double blue. We did go over our Academy runes. Doesn't allow us to get the Lantern back numerous times. Pyretic. And they give up. No can do, they say. No can do. Damping Sphere is going to come in here. Mystical Disputes aren't too bad. Soul and Cage can come in as well. Probably some Welding Jars, although they don't really destroy too much. They do have Abrades, which are kind of annoying. Engineered Explosive for all the little goblins that can show up. Pithy Needles can go away here. Don't need those. almost don't feel like I need too much of my mill stuff. Just trying to take care of their graveyard. Drop a bridge. We can go get that with Whir. It's not the most important thing here. Same for engineered explosives. We can go get that. Maybe just take one Thoughtseize out and then one like Emry and go for it. If I have bridge, there's no need for EE. EE can be found with a Whir on 3. Bridge can be found with a Whir on 3 with some artifacts. I think both are fine to go have here. Not a bad thing to have. I think both of those. Let's just keep this, see what happens. What's the score? We're 1-0 in this match. This is game number 2. We went 3-2 overall in the leagues. We're gonna basically play this one, maybe one more, and call it an evening. I need to rest up. Alright, fetch shock here. Let's go ahead and grab something. We have the dispute possibly next turn. Let's go ahead and grab the Aria of Flame. It's a good one to get rid of. Alright. They don't have too much here for us, which is good. I can snag the other one, a braid here. I'm gonna go ahead and fetch and shock again. Let's go ahead and grab something here. We'll grab the abrade. I can put the bobble down. Should be good to just play the Pixis as well. And let's take a peek at our top card. It's another bobble. We'll Pixis here. Go ahead, opponent. Another Inquisition. I really don't need all these, but it is what it is. It's an opportunity for them to get a Baral down. They do miss. I get the Inquisition, Codex, and Mystical Dispute this coming turn. Most of their cards. Start with the Inquisition, see what else they picked up. Gifts, Metamorphose. We'll shred as well. Let's go ahead and shred them. Let's Pixis us. We nailed an Aria of Flame. That's really nice. It's a really nice one to get. Getting a little bit lucky here. Land drop. They're gonna attempt to gifts, I believe. All right. This is a pretty easy Mystical Dispute. We'll Pixis now. We'll go ahead and shred. And pass turn. I might try to just pick up this Mystical Dispute. I wonder if that's worth it. It probably isn't. I can't imagine it really is. Oh, we're on main phase. Whoops. Probably just need a lantern to really take over this game. To Whir or something would be better here. Not a bad one. All right, so they have 2 unknown cards here. We'll attempt a Whir at the end step. Probably you could Whir for the lantern. Let's Whir for 2. I can get a Damping Sphere, I can get a bunch of things. Oh, Spell Pierce. Well, opponent. That was pretty good. I'm just gonna go after them. I know this is risky. A Past in Flames ruins us a little bit. But I don't care. We're just going to go after them. Misplay? Perhaps. I wanted to mill as well anyway. We're just going to play with fire here, literally. And just go after everything they're doing here. Alright. Land, shocks it in. Desperate Ritual, followed by what? Goblins? Followed by a Past in Flames. Alright, so they drew the Past in Flames. If I mill it, we lose. That's why we're playing with fire. We don't have anything in our hand. Just kind of tinkering around with these cards. So now they can gifts and go get, like, they can go get pretty much anything they need here. Probably not playing around Spell Pierce there as a misplay. You haven't seen me in Discord in a while? Oh, Kings, I've been in many Discords. My personal one, the prison one. Not in Evans, if that's what you're saying. Serum Vision's here. There's a possibility that the win cons are exiled. Possibility. Who knows what was exiled? Who knows? Who knows what these magical cards are?